Judd Trump, who knows exactly what he's doing out here. And it's very hard to see past a Judd Trump win.
You've just said there, one of the best players of all time, 10-time quarter-finalist here. He has won it, of course. But would you have expected him maybe to have a better record here at the Crucible?
I mean, it's easy to say, and of course, you know, I'm sure he probably would have wanted that himself. But you know, it's not easy out here on this floor against these players to keep churning those results out year after year, time after time, full of expectation. But you know, he hasn't done too badly.
Consistency. It is a problem with Jack Jones, isn't it? In other tournaments, he's just not hitting his stride.
Yeah, I think it's just the magic of the Crucible. You know, it's not easy to do that every week on the tour at every different venue. But out here, it does special things to players. It does funny things to you. It doesn't suit everybody, but it seems to suit Jack. And listen, whilst he's got that air of enthusiasm, whilst he's buoyed by the confidence of the Crucible, who knows what could happen? It's happened before, and it might happen again.
Well, he looks pretty comfortable out there, doesn't he? A quick word about the other table this morning. Gilbert and Maguire will see this one as a proper opportunity. Both will, won't they?
Absolutely, and of course I've known these since we were boys. We used to, you know, play each other from the early 90s on the junior tour. This could be a rerun of, you know, the 1993 English under-15s or, you know, UK under-15s at the Willie Thorne Snooker Club. These two know each other's games inside and out, and this will be a cracker.
Let's get them out. Let's join Rob Walker.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. After one of the most incredible nights of second-round drama we've ever seen in Sheffield, at last, the battle for the semis is upon us. And for the first time in 32 years, 4 qualifiers have made the quarters. 3 of them are about to grace this famous stage, along with a proven champion. Welcome to day 11 at the Kazoo World Snooker Championship. Please welcome a player looking pin-sharp and back to his best. After victories over Luca Bracel and Rob Milkins, he's in the quarters for the first time in 5 years when, remember, he came within a single frame of the final. He's been on a 1-month health kick to be ready for the big one. Lean, keen and ready to roll, he's Dave Gilbert. And his opponents, back in the quarters for the 4th time in 8 years after superb victories over Carter and Murphy. It's the best we've seen from him in several seasons. As tenacious as he is talented, the pride of Scotland, Stephen the Maverick Maguire. And now to the first player in 25 years to make back-to-back quarters on his first 2 visits to the Crucible. Beating last year's semi-finalist Sijawi in the second round, he always saves his best for Sheffield. Always calm, always composed. The silent assassin, Jack Jones. And finally, to the most decorated left-handed player in history, with 5 major titles this season alone. Emerging for his 10th quarter-final, 13 years after his first. Champion in 19, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only ace in the pack, Judd Trump.
There they are, our first 4 quarter-finalists of the 2024 World Championship. And if you want to watch Dave Gilbert taking on Stephen Maguire, you can do so on the red button and the iPlayer, of course. But here on BBC Two, we're concentrating on Judd Trump against Jack Jones in the company of Stephen Hendry and Dennis Taylor. Good morning, you two.
A very good morning, Catherine. Good morning, everyone. And it's the man from Cumbran who gets this first frame underway. Sort of back to normal at the Crucible after doing that match last night, Stephen. It was incredible, the John Higgins, Mark Allen game.
Yeah, it's kind of like the morning after the night before. It was a special night at the Crucible, the kind of nights that only this venue can provide. It was absolutely electric in here last night for those two, the climax of those two second round matches. But now the players are going to start all over again, fresh 3 sessions. That's why I would say this tournament is the biggest test, because the stamina, the mental stamina to last the 17 days is incredible. You can't afford to be thinking, oh, I'm tired after that match. Any excuses like that, you've got to get straight back on with it. If you can't deal with it, you don't deserve to be here. Big test for Jack Jones, Dennis, though.
It is. I mean, he loves this venue, as he said. Second quarter-final in 2 years. I'll tell you what, he would love it if he got to the one-table situation. And if he can win this match, that would be the case. Then the Crucible comes into its own. What a task he faces in Judd Trump here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his stats for the tournament. Long pot success, 74%, which is excellent. It really was the bedrock of his second round success, I think. And if that stays as high as that, he's going to take some beating, because he creates so many scoring opportunities. We know how heavy he scores. He's made about 70-odd centuries this season. And I would have thought the vast majority of those have been created by potting a long ball to get in.
6.
So when that's working, so dangerous.
And straight away, he's opened quite a lot of the game up. And that spot on. Okay, he's not on the one to the left of the cue ball, but the one to the right. He switches hands. He's pretty good with the opposite hand.
14.
Similar shot again with the right hand. He played for the one into the middle this time, but it's a bit of an angle. He could cannon the other red and stay on the pink here if he wishes.
$22.
Cleverly holding the spot there. Rob Spencer finding the direct line behind the pink spot.
Thanks, John. 28. $29.
Two loose reds, but an angle on the black. Not a good pack to go into, but he still might do that. No, he's played for the loose red.
$36.
Yeah, the pack's not really good to go in from the blue either.
37.
There's only one red at the top, and if you don't catch that red full in the face, you could lose the white either side. You could actually go in off either side. So it's a shot that he's as good as anyone at. Yeah, didn't catch it full in the face, so now you're relying on luck, because the cue ball's running a bit wild. He's okay. He's got a choice,
42.
right middle or left corner. But you see the importance. If you catch that red full in the face, the cue ball just stays in the middle of the table, and you're virtually guaranteed of being on one.
Just looking to see there if he could get onto the pink, but he's going to play around the angles here. And he's
40.
judged this pretty well. If it keeps on running, these tables are so fast. Had the great pleasure of getting to play on the other table with Ken Doherty yesterday when play finished early. We had a little exhibition, and the tables were absolutely flying.
48.
Can he keep things going here? The pink and black are a little awkward. He might be able to do something about that straight away here with a nice little cannon. And now there's a big break on.
Yeah, if Jack was, he probably knew what he was in for playing against
56.
Judd Trump. But this has just underlined it with a start.
57.
Long pot. Looks like winning the frame off that long pot in one visit. You think to win this match, Jack has got to stay with Judd in this first session.
64.
If he loses it, say 6-2,
65.
could be all over. Or at least very, very difficult. You wouldn't want to be chasing a deficit in the scoreline against one of the best players in the world.
He has beaten Judd on one occasion, but it was back
72.
in 2018, 6-5 in the China Open. The other 4 times,
73.
Judd has won those. Frame already safe. And can he do what great champions do? Start
8.
a match with a century break. You've done that a few
80.
times back in the 90s, Stephen, here.
Yeah, well, you're midway through the tournament. You've played 2 matches. You're in the groove now, and the top players are sort of improving as the tournament goes on. They're getting more and more comfortable. They don't need,
86.
you know, a few shots to sort of relax into the match. They bang on it from shot 1.
87.
This has been very, very clinical from Judd Trump.
Thought that was going to stay out, but safely in.
94. 95.
He's made 979 centuries. He's pushing on towards that magical figure of 1,000 centuries. Fantastic start from Judd Trump.
102.
That's his 79th century of the season.
103.
Yeah, absolutely savage scoring, isn't it? He has, along with Neil Robertson, the
108.
only 2 players who've made 100 centuries in a season.
110.
Can he fluke the green? Tried it into the top corner. Doesn't matter. You can't
Just
do
try.
better than
107
get one
on the
chance
front.
in an opening frame and knock a century in. Judd Trump leads Jack Jones by 1 frame to 0.
And that's how you start a quarter-final, isn't
Because
it?
he just seems to turn up for this one at the moment. But he will be itching to get a chance out there on the table. He loved it last year. He's loving it again this year. But if Judd keeps playing like that, he's bang up against it.
He seems so focused, doesn't he, Judd Trump, on a win this time out. OK, early doors in this quarter-final. Let's go back for that second frame.
Yeah, it's amazing how you just start to, as the top players, you just start to, you can feel your game just getting sharper and sharper and sharper the longer the tournament goes on. And it's not something you deliberately do, it's just something that's in you. This is very careless. Very, very careless. Oh, that's fortunate. I'm sure he wasn't intending the cue ball to go that close to the pocket.
It was a good area to play it into, but yeah, I, like you, thought it was going to drop in and he would have had an easy starter with the red next to the brown. As it is now, he's even snookered on the reds, the left side, with the angle of the pocket, believe it or not. Don't see that very often. Touching ball would help here.
Touching ball.
And it is touching, so you can head up to the same sort of position again, or twice across. But quite a margin for error. He doesn't have to go close to the pocket. Jack can't do much with that red next to the brown because the white's close to the cushion. If he could raise the butt of the cue and get a little bit of backspin on it, he could maybe play that one, but I don't think that's available to him. Going to reach.
Foul, under miss. Just trump full. Yeah. Jack. Yeah,
shouldn't be a problem, really. Even if he hits it a little harder, I don't think he'll leave anything on. Just that one to the back and to the left of the bunch, he's got to be careful with. I just wonder if Judd can maybe get the frame back to normal by playing the one next to the brown and screwing across between the yellow and brown and sending this red back up the table. Otherwise, we've got a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. He's thinking about doing that. I like this shot. Back to normal now. It's a potential pot, but can he find the gap between the red and black to avoid canning into those? Tough pot though. Wonderful shot.
One.
That's a fabulous opening red from Jack Jones, and he can take the yellow and drop on a red that's available, as we show you that terrific pot again. Not only the pot, to find the path back down was excellent.
Jack Jones won.
And he played for that red at the back of the pack. I mean, it wasn't a gimme the yellow, but after the red, I thought he might knock that in. But this is the other thing, when you've got a player like Judd Trump coming onto the table, you know you can't miss many.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. Seventeen. $24. 25.
Blue to left corner is the easiest positional shot for the red, but yellow is going to have to come off 3 cushions. Yes, judge this nicely.
27.
Look for reds that are available without having to play a cannon here. Might be one right in the middle of the bunch of reds to left corner. That would take quite an accurate positional shot, so he may play for an angle. Pink to left corner. I suppose if he got straight on that,
28.
he could leave the white virtually where the pink is, and he's going to have the outside red to left to right corner.
$34. 35.
Got an angle to go into the bunch if he wants to. And that's okay. I think there may be a red to the right middle pocket. It could be
42.
tight though. Or maybe it doesn't. So he's not on one, the only possible pot. If this one doesn't go into the middle pocket, that looks very tight. It would be one up into the corner pocket past the yellow, which is not all that inviting. See, that's the one that he's looking at up into the corner, but it's not the right angle. this will be some pot into the middle if he can pull this off. Oh, it's there.
43.
Oh, what a start to this quarter-final. He's cueing beautifully. All Jack did wrong was just miss a tricky yellow into the middle pocket after knocking a superb long red in. Tough game this at times. Just got to sit there and watch.
51.
Judd looks to the skies. He cannot believe that he's not on a red here. Okay, you could say it's, you know, I probably go more with it. It's not a good shot, but he's still unlucky for the cue ball to go into the reds and not be on anything. And he'll be frustrated that he's not won the frame at that
58.
visit. Because he was on a roll after the first frame. And you want to keep your foot down when you've got your opponent under pressure. Big shot coming up for Jack Jones if he takes this to right corner.
He can roll this one in and be on the black. Might not leave a great deal. Only the red he's attempting, but this would be a terrific bit of cueing. Fabulous.
Whoa.
The only thing with it, he played to get a little bit of safety as well, but terrific confidence booster, but not on anything.
Yeah, it's probably the difference between, you know, one of the
Green ball.
the top players probably would have played that a little bit softer, would have made sure they're on a colour. He played it with an element of safety. So if he'd missed the red, he wasn't leaving anything, but so he didn't fully commit to the positional side of the shot. Fabulous pot.
Jack Jones.
And that's a useful snooker.
He'd have to bend that round the green, and he'd have to clip the red on the right side as we look at it to get back up the table. That's far from easy. And to try and nestle into those two reds from behind the middle pocket on the right side of the table is in the way. See, that's what he's looking at there, but middle pocket's preventing him getting there without using side. So it's the little swerve that he's playing. Or is it coming off the cushion and trying to just glance off it?
Far. And a miss. Jack
Better
Jones
missing
full.
it altogether
Free
with
ball.
the first attempt there. Oh, it's a free ball. He can't hit the red, the right of the two on both sides, so that's a result for Jack. Can he capitalize on it?
Green ball.
And if he's going to win this match or compete in this match, these are the chances he has to take.
One.
You say he's gone, from his first 2 rounds, he's gone up a huge level in opponents now. So he's really got to take all these opportunities to put pressure on Judd Trump.
6. Seven.
He did very well to beat Si Xiaowei in the last round, 13 frames to 9. It was experience that carried him through that one. Si Xiaowei, an unbelievable Chinese player who got to the semi-final last year, but it was ringcraft from Jack Jones that got him past Si Xiaowei.
Fourteen. $15.
Nice. It's just lost the cue ball there. Didn't want that cue ball to go to that left cushion. It should still pot this red, but you want to keep things as tight as possible. You don't want any stress when you're making these breaks. Yeah, well done.
29. $30.
One of the other reasons for him taking this opportunity in one chance is just to send a message to Judd that if you give me these chances, I'm going to take them. Doesn't want to show any vulnerability early in this match. Jack Jones, any signs of he's overawed by the occasion, he wants to show his opponent that he's bang up for it. And winning the frame right here and now will do that.
37.
Especially after the couple of long pots he's potted.
You never settle until you get your first frame on the board, but if you can do it in a way where your opponent's made a 58 break, that's even better.
$44.
Needs the green, brown, blue and pink.
$47.
Quite a nice pace around the table,
15.
Jack Jones. There's nothing rushed. And it's not slow. It's just a nice measured pace that he plays. And this has been very coolly done.
56.
Needs the black as well. They're all square.
62. 69 on the frame.
Very,
Jack
very
Jones.
impressive from Jack Jones. Fantastic long red, and then clearing up in one visit. He levels at one each.
And that will...
I don't think he can see enough of that from where he is. Might be able to.
Yeah, I think he's also looking at the two reds that we mentioned first, the gap, how much room there was between the two reds to see, because he'd need to squeeze this plant, which means the opposite, the potting point is the opposite to what a normal plant is. There was a bit of daylight between them, so I think that's why he's decided against.
Jack's a very good all-round player, good tactical game, but he's up against a player in Judd Trump who, over the last 4 or 5 seasons, has improved dramatically. He's got a terrific safety game now. That's why he's winning the amount of tournaments that he's winning. Change of plan. He was thinking of taking the one above the black to try and snick it in the pocket and get the white back round the table, but that's a bit too risky. He's had another quick glance at it, but decided this is a much safer route. Good length of the Here we go. Here we go. What a fluke. And is he on the pink? Ball's flying all over the table there. Can't get to the pink, so maybe just the 1 point and an awkward safety, Stephen.
Yeah, I'm not sure how lucky that was in the end, that he fluked that red. I mean, you can see the position. He hadn't left a pot on if he didn't fluke it. And, well, what shot has he got here?
He might be able to just roll onto the black, you know, off the cushion. Just land on it.
Ramble.
I'm just wondering, is it a big pocket for the green to pot to the yellow pocket? Possibly not.
Taking the brown on, I think. And that was quite ambitious.
Just Trump one.
You know, that little shot was on, you know, just off the cushion and nestled onto the black.
One.
This is a wonderful chance for Jack Jones. And the way he won the last frame, he'd be feeling pretty good about his game. Okay, the black's out of commission, but the pink and blue's in play.
Six.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he just didn't play for the red to the right middle there, because that would have moved it out the way, made the blue available to both middle pockets. Then he could have come down for this red he's on now. That's how he sees the table.
7. Thirteen. Thanks, John.
Black out of commission, but he won't be bothered about that at all. He's got the pink into 4 pockets, which makes positional play quite comfortable.
20.
Let him get a few more points in front.
21.
The red that's in the middle of the 5, if he could possibly screw onto that red, that would leave a choice of one to left corner, but he's playing with topspin. Could have risked the cannon there.
27. 28.
That's not the best positional shot he's played in this little visit to the table. Didn't hold the cue ball well enough for yellow. Now faced with a brown that obviously should pot. What Jack Jones is doing impressively at the moment, and what he needs to keep
32.
doing in this match, is he's doing all the easy things well. When you're the favourite, as Judd is, the top ranked player, you're kind of looking for maybe your opponent to miss something easy, look a bit edgy, but he's not doing that at the moment. He's looking at that red, that middle red of the 5 again, to play a little cannon on it. It was much easier off the pink a few shots ago. So just wants to miss the pink on the right side. Ah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Well played.
38. 39.
Just gone a bit too far. He was hoping to leave himself on a straight pink. And if he takes the blue, he's got to avoid green and brown to get up for that red that's just between the pink and black spot there, the one sitting on its own. Well, he can just about reach the pink. It's a bit of a stretch, though. I think the blue's the better one if he's stretching that far.
100% the blue's the shot in between green and brown. The right hand side of two cushions. There's actually two reds that go to left corner. You can finish on any of them. I can only think he's a little stunned for the red to right middle here. Yeah, that was the wrong shot for me all day long.
Jack Jones.
And twice on
13
Sunday.
now.
The blue was so easy. Why is he playing that then as stretching and trying to play it with power?
If he's just got to knock it in fully stretched like that, he's got a case for it, but when he had to play it with that amount of screw, the blue was much easier.
One.
But not easy for Judd or many with the balls as they are. Black tied up, pink tied up. This is where I like watching snooker, when the balls are tied up like this, just to see how the player brings them into play.
7.
Got two loose reds, but he needs an
12.
angle on the blue. Well, he's looking to see if he ran through to bring the black into play. It's a bit risky, that. I don't think he's playing that. He's back for the blue.
30.
Now, he may be tempted here to just play the cannon onto the red. It would nudge the black towards the
18.
pocket. That's an option. He's thinking about that. Or is he playing back for the pink and reds? He's coming back for the reds.
90.
Well, he's freed one of them. He may be the wrong side of the blue, but he had so many options available to him there to open the game up. No problem with cue power from this player.
Just wondering if you can play the cannon on red and black here off this red. Go through in between the red that's to the left and the pink off the cushion.
He'd need to cannon the red, though, if he takes that on. And he did cannon the red.
25.
Beautiful shot. Well, this red pots, that wasn't exactly as he anticipated, but he'll take it.
Judd Trump 32.
They're a little bit awkward when you're that close to them to pick the angle out.
1.
That's a great shot. And he's got an angle on the yellow, as we show you the pot again. He's got enough angle to come across the table, past the blue, and drop in behind that last red. He's coming up a little bit short. He's going to have to get the rest out. Had he have gone further over and landed near the cushion, it would have been perfect. These are awkward. This could be a frame winner if it goes in. One more good positional shot. He could get himself into the lead here. To play this with a little bit of power to get up towards the yellow.
$11. $30.
Green and brown needed. This is a good response from Jack Jones after the way Judd started this match.
20.
Break of 110 in the opening frame, a break of 58 in the second frame, but Jack went on
25.
to pinch that. And he seems to be pretty comfortable out there. He looks very confident. And he's certainly not
30.
overawed by playing a player who's won 5 times this season. Very well played, Jack Jones. He was 1-0 down, and all of a sudden he's leading Judd Trump by 2 frames to 1.
And to quote Dennis Taylor, have had opportunities in that frame, but it's just about taking them. And when you look back at a whole session, that could be so vital, a frame like that.
Absolutely. Those frames that you win that you shouldn't have done, they're the ones that can sometimes tell the tale of the tape. And, of course, you keep your own, mistakes to a minimum, those self-inflicted mistakes. He made a couple in that frame there, Jack, but he wasn't punished. And, if you can get away with those, they can be the difference.
OK, Judd Trump at the table. Here we go, frame 4.
quite hard enough. This is a chance. As long as he doesn't cannon the brown full ball here, he should be okay, but it's a tricky enough pot. He did cannon the brown. Has he got away with it? No. Maybe this red to the right in the back of the pack's available. The one to the right of the blue goes, but the one the back into the, well, that also pots, but it'd be better if you were right in behind it. Maybe the one near the blue's the better choice.
One. Six. Seven.
So, nice angle in the blue. Straight into the pink. You can afford to hit the pink slightly on the left side of it because of those two reds to the left of the bunch. Doesn't want to hit right side of the pink. If he hits right side as we look, he's going to lose the cue ball. And as I said, you're relying on luck then. Full ball. Lots of screwing the cue ball. Well, I couldn't have played that much better. Where's the blue going though when it respots? Is it covering the red? It's covering
12.
the red, I think. Possibly to right corner, is it? But beautiful split. Unfortunately for Jack though, I don't think the black pot's anywhere. He's just enjoying himself out there now at the moment. He looks so comfortable, focused, confident, everything. And as I said, he's not doing any of the easy stuff wrong. He's potting the balls he's supposed to pot. And that in itself puts pressure on Judd Trump. No, we talked about Jack having to stay with Judd in this first session, Dennis. At the moment, it's looking like the opposite. Judd's going to have to hang on to Jack.
Yeah, it started so well with the century break, and
18.
on 58 looked like he was going to go and win the second frame and no time at all, and all of a sudden it's Jack Jones. But that's the nature of snooker. Only one player can be at the table and the other's got to sit and watch. No problem getting back for the blue here.
Nice.
He's finished the wrong side of it though. So now he's got to force this in if he wants to get near to his next red. Brown's slightly off its spot, which might help. Oh, he's caught the green. So he's faced with a difficult pot into the
20.
right corner as we look at it. He's going to keep this going. And I'm just looking, where's the cue ball going to finish? If he pots this, there's a lot of traffic there. A lot of obstacles to negotiate with the cue ball and the pot.
25.
I think it might be the green. It's the only ball he can see.
just when I mentioned about doing the easy stuff, well, landing short on the blue off a very straightforward positional shot was the first unforced error he's really made. And it's ended up costing him.
Jack Jones, 25.
Just coming up a little bit short. There's a couple of potential reds into the left corner, as you can see there, but once again, no easy path for the cue ball. You'd have to be very precise. He did have a look to see if the black would pot. That's also very tight there. It will go if you were directly behind it. Straight cueing required here. Wonderful shot. He cued that so well, and that's where he had to get the white to make the black potable. I mean, it'll go, as you can see, but he had to get directly behind it. Tell you what, he's not walking around the table and playing like world ranked 44. He's a much better player than that, and he loves the big stage here at the Crucible and the longer matches.
Yes, Sean said at the top of the show, what is he doing for the rest of the season? I mean, you hardly see him, but he just loves it here. It's incredible.
Of course, a lot of the matches are short matches, best of sevens. Not easy to settle down on those, but this player seems to relish the longer matches.
Well, he's certainly asking a question
50.
of Judd Trump. Judd would have wanted to get in quickly. Okay, he did in the first frame, but this first session stamp his authority on the match and then just keep on top of his sort of more inexperienced opponent, but it's not worked out that way. Judd's under a bit of pressure here, early pressure in this quarterfinal. Absolutely no panic yet, but
80.
it'll be a little bit concerning how well and how comfortable his opponent's looking.
90.
Yeah, we go back to that second frame and Judd played that positional shot, screwed into the reds and landed on nothing when it seemed impossible to do so. The session could have been very different.
27.
It's the fractions we always talk about in snooker. Since then, Jack Jones has dominated his last three frames, really.
$34. $35.
Already at the snooker's required stage. Oh, what a beautifully judged shot. through in between
42.
those two reds was exceptional.
43.
He's enjoying himself out there. And that's saying something about his character. Of course, he's from
50.
Cumbran, South Wales. Lots of great players from that part of the world, including 3 world champions, Ray Reardon, Terry Griffiths, Mark Williams, you had Matthew Stevens, Doug Mountjoy. There was a host of top players from that part of the
58.
world, and he's representing his country well here at the
59.
moment.
$66. $67.
Well, this quarter-final started, as we said a couple of times, with Judd making a century. Is this little mini session going to finish with Jack making a century?
76. $79. $83.
Try and put the cue ball on the side cushion, so have a choice of right, middle, or right corner for the pink,
88.
and that will do very nicely.
$94. Jack Jones,
Pity, no
94,
century break,
final
but
frame.
a fantastic 3 frames from Jack Jones, and he leads Judd Trump 3-1 at the mid-session interval.
This quarter-final, we've mentioned it many times before, 44th in the world against the 2nd in the world, but numbers, statistics like that, they go out the window, don't they, in a match like this?
They absolutely do as the players re-enter the arena, and as I said a moment ago, it'll be interesting to see how Jack's handled the fact that he's ahead. He wouldn't have expected to have been 3-1 up, absolutely delighted to be so, but as he comes back to kick off frame 5, he will desperately want to push on. Definitely ensure that he can be level going into session 2. He might even sneak a lead.
This is fascinating. I can't wait. Back we go to Stephen Hendry and Dennis Taylor.
Thank you, Catherine. And Jack gets the first frame after the mid-session interval underway, and he'll be delighted. Play a little mini sessions in these long matches, and he won that first little mini session 3-1 after losing the opening frame. So can he continue where he left off? of both players playing exceptionally good safety shots at the moment. Played to pass that and land on the red that he's got close to now, but it might be one to the middle pocket, the right middle pocket. That requires very good cueing, and we're right down his cue. Look at that, it's as if you're playing the shot yourself. Not easy into the middle pockets. As you've seen many times, if they touch the jaw, they don't go in. Just cued across that one. Didn't push the cue through in a straight line there.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's a bit of pressure on this visit for Judd Trump. Since sort of this, from the second half of the second frame on, he's been pretty much outplayed and had very little table time. Okay, it looks like he might have got away with it, the miss, but that would be, well, good for Jack Jones to see. And that just compounds Judd Trump's sort of misery for missing that easy red. If Jack can convert this chance.
Just lost the white a little bit. He played the shot very well indeed. Never absolutely certain where the cue ball is going to finish. But all you can do is open the game up. Just a little bit unlucky that the white has stayed near the cushion. Still a couple of pots available. And what he's looking at is a very thin cut back. And let's see how well he can cue this one. Got a bit to do with the cue ball here, as you can see. I'll tell you what.
No.
That was a much better shot than it looked, having to punch it in. He really is looking good out there. I mean, his style is standing him in good stead. He's got such a very good technique. Got that lovely pause before he delivers the cue. And at the moment, it's all coming together.
30.
Can he keep it going?
Yeah, not only is Jack playing very well, but as I said, he's seen his opponent look a little bit edgy with that pot attempt. It was a very nervy one from Judd. And that will just make Jack feel even better. So there's nothing, you wouldn't say there's anything flashy about his game at all, but it does every part of the game really well.
21.
And the most important thing so far is the real easy stuff. He's not making a mistake. That's the secret.
$28. $29.
And also with his technique, he keeps his head perfectly still, regardless of what pace he plays it at.
$36. $37.
Doesn't really want to be playing for the two reds that are near the cushion. It's quite easy to get on them here, but let's see what he does here. Yeah. He's just about okay. He wanted to can in the middle of those three reds, and he would have been absolutely perfect. I think he can cue through to this. Just a little gap there.
$45.
He might be on the pink here. That was awkward cueing, and he had to play it with a little bit of pace. He had a quick look at the black, back to the pink. Just had a quick glance around at the scoreboard, but he's a good
51.
few pots away from winning the frame. And that was the first
Jack
slip
Jones.
up.
51.
Might have been better not looking at the scoreboard and just getting on with it, but it wasn't a straightforward shot. It was missable, but didn't expect him to. 51 points in front. That's not the best shot from Judd. But the fact that he's been kept cold for quite some time, he's lost a bit of rhythm. Shouldn't have left this one. He should have played that a little bit harder. He had the balk colours to play. This wouldn't have been available to Judd. This is a bit of a tester, believe it or not. He seemed to hit that very, very hard.
Yeah, he looks bang under it. Judd Trump, for me, in this frame. It's like he knows the sort of maths of this session. You need to win all 4 frames just to get a lead going into the second session, and needs to win 3 of the 4 just to be level. So if you think about these things, it puts you under pressure. Easier said than done, but you just got to play the table and not the scoreboard. And already Judd looks like he's playing a little bit like that.
Jack Jones 1.
He's let him off the hook there. Can Judd capitalise on it? As we have a little smile from Jack. As I said, the middles are sharp, but he shouldn't have missed that one.
One.
Yeah, I think if you're in Jack Jones' shoes and you see Judd missing all the time, it kind of is. It's a different kind of pressure. You think, oh, he's missing. I've really got to capitalise at this point in time, and that itself can put an extra little pressure on your shots.
8.
So already it's looking like sort of the first big frame of the session, if you like.
Nine.
He's just planning how he's going to bring the difficult reds into play. He might be tempted here to cannon one of them out. That's another one. Back in the open.
$15. 60.
He has a slight angle on the blue. So he can promote the other one if he wishes. Which is what he's done. And he's done it very well indeed.
21. $22.
A couple of shots time is going to be key. He needs to be on the black in such a way he can cannon the two reds out. He can't do that from where he's finished, so it's going to have to be,
29.
I would think, the blue. There is a path just past the pink if he gets on the blue to move those two reds. If he attempts to get on the pink, he would have to be absolutely pinpoint accuracy. So it is the blue.
30.
And to screw up past the pink and just catch the reds. Let's see what angle. He may have to go off the cushion and over to the reds with topspin. Here comes the white. Just missed them.
$35.
Great effort. Great effort. Lots of, as Dennis said, topspin. Left-hand side on the cue ball. Watch the cue ball for execution. Shoots to the left.
Just from 35.
After looking decidedly edgy at the start of this frame, Judd's back in it. 17 points behind. And could be in a bit of trouble after this shot. Well, he should have been in a lot of trouble. Just got to be careful on this safety shot. You don't leave the red on to left corner. Can he find that bolt cushion? That looks very pacey. That's not a good shot. He has left the red to left corner. That was a bit clumsy from Judd Trump.
Yeah, you've got to be keeping that object ball in a safe spot. Oh, and he's knocked the other one. Well, he's got away with this. He's been very fortunate. Well, he may have played the cannon, but he missed the pot, and he's lucky to have covered everything and left it safe.
Yeah, he's shown his first weakness of the morning, Jack Jones, in the last 3 or 4 pot attempts. First sign of that this morning. He's been excellent so far, very composed. Oh, if he gets the snooker behind the green for the red and left of the table, that's an excellent shot from Judd Trump.
Cheers, John, thanks.
He's covered that one with the yellow. Another difficult long pot. He's just looking to see if he can avoid the cannon on the pink. Got away with it again. That makes such a difference, you know, when you have a go at a pot and miss it and see it run safe. Plays such a big part in this game. You can't beat a little run of the ball. And it's not straightforward. He's having to bend this around the brown to get the angle he wants. And it's just gone past the middle pocket. Jack Jones can take this frame. He knows that he can't lose the session.
Longest frame of the morning session so far, and he said it feels like it's the first real important one to win of the session. Both players have missed chances. Both players have made mistakes. Needs cover from the brown. Oh, this is very good from Judd Trump. No problem hitting a red here for Jack, but obviously the problem is, can you keep it safe?
Now he's left a lot here for Judd Trump. You never know where they're going to finish when you're getting out of a snooker.
There's pressure on this visit. It's about as straightforward as you could get. 2 reds, 2 colours, and then clear the 6 colours to win. But it's an important little point, important little moment in this first session.
And the fact the yellow's off its spot just makes it slightly more difficult. He's already weighing up yellow and green.
9.
Such a wonderful positional player, but he's got a little bit of margin for error, but he's got to be careful he doesn't snooker himself with that brown there. If the yellow was on the spot, it would be straightforward. Better finishing a little short on the yellow than going too far. Yep, he's played it well.
$60.
Yeah, he made sure they didn't get any left-hand side on the cue ball, because that would have widened the angle and probably would have snookered himself behind the brown. Played that shot plain ball, middle of the cue ball.
80.
So he looked vulnerable at the beginning of this frame. Judd Trump missed 3 pots into this left corner pocket. We're a bit nervy.
21.
But fortunately for him, his opponent couldn't capitalise. He also started to look a little bit nervy.
$25.
Yeah, he had a 51 break and was looking like he was going to extend his lead to 4-1, but Judd still needs the blue and the pink.
30.
And that looks just about perfect. 13 in front, 13 remaining. He'll be feeling a little better now, Judd Trump. For all the world, it looked like he was going to go 4-1 behind, but that was a lovely clearance from him, and he's back just 1 frame behind. It's 3-2 to Jack Jones.
Yeah, and he leaves the arena.
Session. He could still, of course, be in front at the end of it. And they'll be back tonight for the second session. They conclude tomorrow morning in this session.
The 6th frame. Judd Trump to break.
So 3-2 to Jack Jones. Judd Trump won that dramatic 5th frame. It's always an interesting round because, of course, it's over 2 days. The second round, you know, it took a while to sort of really reach its pinnacle last night, but this is going to be a really exciting 2 days as we play down to the 1 table, the semi-finalists.
Wow, doesn't get any closer than that. And where's it going to finish? Well, that red is safe, but what about the red just to the left of the black? Just not happening for Trump at the moment, and that cue ball is very close.
4. Jack Jones full.
Nothing easy left for Jack Jones. It's good to see Jack going for these type of shots. Safety's easy enough, but this is a chance. You feel he's got to get it, because he could be leaving reds on, and he has.
Yeah, he was getting them, wasn't he, before the interval? He's just started to... I mean, it wasn't easy by any means, but he was getting these earlier on. Just starting to miss a couple now.
Yeah, and don't think that Trump hasn't picked up on it. He knows that last frame will have hurt Jack. He knows he should have been 4-1 down. And when you escape situations like that, trying to bring the to play because the black's tied up, and that's worked out very nicely. Yes, always attacking Trump. Could have easily played for various reds and played back on the blue, but tried to bring the pink into play.
Seven.
Yeah, wrong side of the blue slightly, but it shouldn't be a problem. There's a red that will go to the left corner, which, to be fair, favours a right-handed player more than a left-handed player. Got to concentrate on the blue. The pink's still difficult to get onto. Not the best shot again he's ever played. Should have been the right side of the blue there.
$80. $90.
Not happy with the contact. So he saw this plant earlier on. He looked at it earlier on.
This red certainly does go, I think.
Yeah, the problem, David, is that if he takes the red on and misses it, he leaves the plant. Well, he mustn't think the red goes. It looked like it would go on TV.
Judd Trump. 24.
So the break ends at 24. Feels a little premature, as I say, just lost his way with position.
It would be very risky to play the red onto the plant. Very risky, because it's not set to the pocket, so you've got to try and make it Now this red looks as though it will go into the corner on the TV. And then it goes. And Trump could have played that instead of the double. And now he's got the plant that he could play for. Well, that's worked out okay as well. Push the red on.
Seven.
Well, that's an option, but also the plant is an option as well. And I think that's what he's played for.
11.
He just came a little too far for the plant, but maybe this time. Of course, doesn't have to play it. It could go into the reds. Well, he can count himself unfortunate there. A thicker contact. And he'd have been on a red for sure. As it is, he's not on anything, so just a safety. Really good effort, this.
Jack Jones, 7.
Yeah, he's competing really well in this match, isn't he? You know, if you didn't know anything about snooker, you wouldn't sort of think there was much between them in the rankings or in terms of tournaments won. Got to try and get whoever you're playing under pressure, but particularly someone, of course, who's won this tournament, who's won 5 tournaments this season. Trump literally with his back to the wall here.
$30. 32. 36.
So far, so good, but he was on 51 in frame 5 and out of nowhere broke down. Of course, lost that frame, lost the last as well.
Well,
I always think when you leave yourself this far away from the object ball, it's missable. And he could have been a lot closer to the black or even screwed for the pink. And with that red below the black, it just makes this awkward. Would have liked to have stunned back for that red just below the pack there. But that red behind the black is just in the way. But that's okay.
$50. Thanks, John. 51.
You would think that this is the key shot here in this break. If you can get onto that red above the black, it releases another one to the opposite corner, and he should be sailing. I've got to learn from that last shot that he played and finish low on the black here
58.
rather than high.
$59.
Needs one more red. And ideally, he would have liked to have been playing for the red above the black, not the one on the cushion. We've seen these missed, actually.
Yeah, one
66.
more good pot required.
No danger.
67.
No danger of missing that one.
It's been a very cool break, and that's the thing he's scoring now. I mean, in the first round against Zhang Andri, he made 4 half-centuries. In the second round, in the whole of the match against Si Jiawei, he made 5. This is already his 4th so far in this one, and we're only in the first session. So his scoring has definitely improved, and he's just managed to shrug off losing the last 2 frames with a chance now to be in front coming back this evening for the second session. Missed that one, but should have done enough.
74.
74, Judd Trump concedes the frame. So Jack Jones, playing his best snooker of the tournament, leads Judd Trump 4-3. Of course, for Ronnie O'Sullivan and Stuart Bingham, and also John Higgins returns to take on Karen Wilson. But O'Sullivan-Bingham will be our main match from 3 CET, 2 in the UK. We'll have the whole session live for you. The winner of that will play either Trump or Jones. The quarterfinals, of course, all conclude tomorrow, when we will have our big changeover. The table fitters will move in and take one table out, move the other one to the middle, ready for the semi-finals. Who will be here? Judd Trump's had such a great season. It will be a disappointment, obviously, for him to bow out at this stage, but he's been put under, well, a lot of pressure by his opponent. Just how well Jack Jones is playing, how composed he looks. He maybe just lost it a little bit in frame 5, but he's got it back now, 4-3. So Trump who at one stage was looking good for a 2-0 lead. At the moment, he's just hoping it's going to be 4-4. We start again tonight.
The final frame of the session. Judd trumps a break.
It's been a very enjoyable match, this, and Jack Jones is enjoying it. He's 4-3 up. This is the last frame of the session. Good, didn't it?
Great attempt, wasn't it? And the way he played it, he wasn't leaving that red on above the black, although it is cuttable. Will he take it on? Easy enough to play the safety. Very nearly potted it, but these are my favourite shots. Easy starter, of course, but it's not quite so straightforward to get onto the black. It's possible. He might try and play it back down for the blue, and he could even play to split the pack of reds. If it had been leading 4-3, he might have played that shot. So 3 shots, I've said he could play that. Blue, black, split. Is he on it? I don't think he is. It was very difficult to get onto the black. I'm surprised he played that. And Jack will be delighted. It only cost him 1 point.
Just trump one. Yeah, thank you, Jack.
And again, he's pushed a red towards that left corner. Can't keep doing this.
One.
Not best on the colour. Could play the blue and come off 2 cushions for the red next to the pink. Played it well. Digging down into the cue ball, it always makes the shot that bit more difficult.
5. 6.
And now got another 2 reds available to him. sun run through this, by the way. Just makes you play it at a little bit more speed.
30.
I like the way he played that shot with right-hand side on the cue ball. But it's just gone into no man's land a little. Guaranteed to be on a colour the way he played it, but not an easy colour.
No, not an easy morning for Trump. He made a century frame one, remember, was looking good in frame two. Jack Jones, though, proved his mettle right from the off, didn't he, with that clearance in the second frame, and has not gone away since.
Yeah, it looked for the world that Trump was going to take a 2-0 lead, and had he been on a red going into the little cluster, I'm sure he would have been, and he could have been flying. Who knows? But now he's having to work. Oh, great shot that. Had to screw off the side cushion and play the cannon to those two balls there. And he's finished on the red to the left corner. Just what he played to do. Look at the cue ball. He had to get the cannon. He couldn't fail to get the cannon. It was the pot that was difficult.
And
now back in prime position.
Yes, and he'd love to end the morning as he began it, with a frame-winning break. And then we start again tonight.
Yeah, it eases the pressure, doesn't it, if he can win this frame, Trump. Doesn't want to come back tonight 5-3 down because he starts under pressure. You don't want to go 6-3 down, all those scenarios. So, big frame, and he's given it plenty of consideration. There's two reds that will go to the left corner, and I think he can drop on those two reds just by dropping the blue in. But he's seen a problem somewhere. Yeah, didn't want the kiss. Not on that red anyway.
25.
And that is a little let-off for Jack Jones.
Judd Trump 25.
And that's where you want the cue ball. Tight.
Yeah, on the safety stats, Trump actually about 12% up. So on that metric, he's been on top. Pot success is about the same though.
Now, can he see enough of this red? He's having a good look. If you can, it's kind of a shot to nothing. He's got the second part of the shot. The cue ball back down the table to the baulk cushion. Now just got to be careful here not to push this red over the corner. And again, that's just what he's done with the help of the reds. So another chance for Trump. Oh, and you can say that's a let-off.
Yeah, he's been a bit in and out from long range today, just under 50%, which for him is on the low side.
One.
He's going to sit there and wait and hope he gets another chance, otherwise 5-3's looming. Great attacking shot, and he's on one. And that's what he's got to do, Jack Jones. He could have played for the loose red, but decided. On the cue ball there to come across for the black. So, good chance this. The four reds directly above the black are all covering one another, but the other three surrounding them are all potable, taken in the right order.
12.
So if he takes this red closest to the cue ball now next, it releases two reds to the left corner. As I say, those four reds that are closest together may need some attention.
20.
And that black takes him in front.
27.
Struggling with his long pot, so maybe that's what he'll work on in the interval.
28.
A little, just a little hard, but might decide to go into the reds now. In fact, I don't think he's got any option but to go into them, because he can't get to that last loose red. So you would think this frame relies on this blue and the split. and it hasn't worked out. So Trump will be coming back to the table.
30.
Yeah, he didn't really get into the meat of them, did he? So a tense last frame of the morning session. Chances on both sides.
Yeah, Trump was in first, missed the cannon to the right red, left him out of position. And something similar for Jack there. And that's a pretty good safety.
Jack Jones 33.
Very good. So may just try and land up to that red on the black cushion. He could play to drop onto the reds as well. And I think that's what he's played. Just dropping onto the reds, but short.
Foul and a miss.
All important not
Jack
to
Jones.
hit this too hard. He'd push a red on.
Judd? Yeah. Yeah.
Slight adjustment needed in pace.
Foul and a miss. Jack Jones 4.
He could do without giving these points away.
Yeah. Judd? Yeah. Jack.
But as I said before, all important not to hit it too hard. And that's more like it.
Yeah, just a slight adjustment made.
So the green is a good ball, because if you can get the cue ball over that side of the table, you can cover the reds. I don't think he's hard enough this time. So he's just had a look to see if there's a plant on to the right corner. I've been very impressed with Trump's safety today, and that's another good one.
Yes, he's had to rely on it quite a lot, hasn't he? Hoping that this yields the frame-winning chance he's looking for.
Well, you can't hit them any better. He knew he was leaving a shot to nothing on, but there was nothing he could do to avoid that. Unless he'd have played to land up to the two reds off the cushion. Again, very close. Expected to get it where the cue ball is. He didn't play it as a shot to nothing. And now Jack Jones with a similar type of shot. And this one goes in.
One.
Excellent. And now a great chance.
Yeah, to take a 5-3 lead over one of the players of the season. Judd Trump, former champion here. Favourite to go through and play Ronnie O'Sullivan in the semis, but O'Sullivan has got to beat Stuart Bingham first, and Trump's got to get past an inspired Jack Jones, who's playing his best snooker of the tournament in this match. Putting pressure on Trump.
And he's played this one well. And he's bang on the red.
5. Six.
Wobbled a bit. Needs 2 more reds here.
30. $40.
Now, the red, I think, will go to the middle.
21.
So what a very good positional shot, and what a frame this has been for Jack Jones.
What a session it's
22.
been. It all started in the second frame. He looked certain to go 2-0 down. He barely had a look in at that point, but the chance came. He made a really good clearance of 69. He's since had breaks of 94, 51, 74. Just doing the maths here, Trump needing a snooker. Barring that, Jack Jones will be in front, coming back for tonight's second session, and thoroughly deserving of the lead. Well, he's missed that, so he's one snooker needed. That will really annoy him.
22.
Well, how important could that be, though? He can't believe it. Just tried to make sure of the pink. There was no need to play onto the red. I always love to see what they're saying to themselves there. Yeah, kind of a let-off. Please. Nearly, very well worked out. That's what he played. Snookering behind the pink. Well, that looks pretty good. Can't tell if he can hit the red from here. But there's confirmation he can't. And this is missable.
Yeah, and you've got to say he's brought this on himself, hasn't he? Missing that pink. He knows that. That's why he was chuntering about in his seat. And it would really sour the mood if somehow he lost this frame.
Foul.
Well,
Trump
what a
four.
chance. The pink's safe, but this is a chance.
One.
Beautiful shot. Perfectly played onto the black, and it's only the pink now. That could come to save Jack Jones, you would think.
Well, it's one of the best struck shots he's played all day. A dramatic end to the opening session. It looked certain to be 5-3. Jack Jones, he would have potted that pink. He would have been 43 in front with 35 on. He missed it. So it was just one snooker needed. Trump's got the snooker, and now it's in his hands.
So.
Played that with a lot of right hand. All he needed to do was
13.
pot the easy pink. There was no need to play onto the red.
I wonder if maybe, because he was kept looking at the scoreboard, maybe he just misread the scores. That can happen, of course. Whatever, it could be costly. The pink the
17.
ball now.
Yeah, not the ideal angle to knock it out, but he might play for the double. Can't see if he can hold the cue ball for the double. Well,
22.
it depends what kind of an angle he's got. He's not happy. I just wonder if he's thinking of potting the pink into the corner and playing off the jaws of the middle pocket to come back for the black. I don't see another way of getting to the black. Now, where's it going to finish, this pink? Well, safe.
Good Trump.
Ish.
22.
Wow, what a finish to the session. Very nearly got nicely on the pink trump. The ball that's played its part, of course, it's the ball that Jones missed initially.
Yeah, what a brave shot to take on to the yellow pocket a moment ago, Trump. Yeah, it was worth a go because he could have played the snooker as well, which is what I... Now, could it go in the middle? The old cocked hat. Perfectly played. Had it gone in the middle, he was on the black. He hasn't lost many of these safety battles, Jack Jones, in the matches that I've seen him, or the frames that I've seen him play. He won 5 black ball games against Si Jiahui. He's very solid. But where's that pink going? It's okay. And so is that. He's got half a chance of the snooker here, but he's got to make sure that that pink goes on that left side cushion. Could play it up and down, but there's danger with that. He would have liked to have pushed the black to the cushion, but it's not quite on that shot. Played it well.
Nearly 5 minutes now on this pink. Trump, of course, initially took it on tough pot to the yellow pocket.
Thank you.
They're such difficult shots because you risk missing the ball, hitting it so thin, and he couldn't afford to miss the ball. Two-frame difference this frame makes, and this is the pink that Jack missed.
That was the start of his problems.
Yeah, I can see it, and I'm trying to work out where it's coming from.
Well, now there's some sort of light or something.
Must be off someone's watch or something, Jack.
Just a reflection of a spectator.
It's okay now.
Jewellery or something.
Ooh, very fortunate. Very fortunate. And this is such a tough shot to take on. If he plays the pink up and down, the double kiss is on. Oh, a mistake. And now he needs to win 2 black ball games. Trump, with the black going safe. Just caught it a little bit too thick. He's a very clever player at these black ball games, Jack Jones. Played the double, but played it at the right pace to have a good safety if he missed it.
10 minutes now on this pink.
Anxious looks there, where the pink was going. It's close. It's very close. I don't think double there. I think he played onto the black cushion and up towards the black. But he can't knock the black out from this pink, but he could play for the double.
Six.
And that's what he's done. Now, if he can get the cue ball back onto the black cushion, that gives him some kind of safety if he attempts the double.
39-minute frame. Trump needed a snooker. It's all down to the last ball. And he's got it. What a shot from Judd Trump to end the session. Jack Jones looks certain to lead 5-3, but Judd Trump doubles the final black, and they're all square at 4-4 coming back tonight. A very dramatic session. Jack Jones played his best snooker of the tournament, but he's got to be disappointed that in the end he's not 2 frames in front.